Alright, so now the intake manifold. Got all these guys cleaned up, ready to go. Got the intake manifold there, ready to go on. And one thing to mention, these new seals, the blue ones there, have all been coated in Vaseline, and that makes them nice and sticky. So when you stick them in there and you turn this thing, you invert it, right side up, and those are facing down, they won't just fall out, because you don't want them to fall out. Alright, now we'll go ahead and install this. Lining up the bolts with the bolt holes, and let's see, this should be fine like that. It goes in like that. Right about there. All 6 blue seals are still in place. And that should be it. When you torque these, you want to torque them from the inside to the outside. So the inner ones get torqued first, and then the outers. Like I said, I believe it's 89 inch-pounds. It's definitely less torque than the other cars I've got. They take much bigger bolts to secure them, and those intake manifolds are made of aluminum or cast iron, and this intake manifold is plastic. So I'm definitely going to use a torque wrench. I'm not used to dealing with 89 inch-pounds, which is less than 10 foot-pounds. And I don't want to over-torque this intake manifold. But right now I'm just running them all down. Okay. I've got the intake manifold on there, and it's torqued. And I've got this clamped on there, and the center vacuum clamped on there, and this other vacuum hose, the big one, that are all clamped on there. This one, the center one, doesn't have a clamp. These two on the outboard have clamp. The center one just presses on. And this little hose right here that just goes in that clamp, that goes like that, and like that. That hose is back where it was clamped in before. I got this clamped back on the throttle body. That's tight. That's tight. This is plugged back into it where it was before. This goes right here, and that's done. This goes right there, and that's good. I got this small one for the top of the EGR valve, and that's on there. We can put this back on, right? That's good. So that for that. There's the stud. There's the stud, and there's the bolt. So the stud went towards the back of the car, and the bolt went towards the front. But that needs to be moved out of the way first. That goes in. Definitely gave you enough threads on this one. It's almost all the way, and then the bolt goes forward position right here. Get that one started. It doesn't feel started. Don't want to cross thread anything this late in the game. We're almost done. That's better. These are both 8mm. Oh, and if you notice on the computer, I've got the electrical harness plugged back the way it went in the computer, and I used right here a couple zip ties to hold the bundle together, and taped it all up there real nice. Alright, got half the bracket secure. Then you got, oh, I remember now. I needed just a little bit of extension on that one, and I got it with a 3/8 adapter. So that's set up to get that one. Okay, that's got the stud secure in there. Now we can bring this other piece, pop that onto the stud, and secure it with the nut. If I can get the nut in there without dropping it. Not like that. And that's started. Alright. 27mm wrench for that one. Alright. CGR valve back together. Now, unhook these guys. My bungee off there. Find the bolts for them. Alright, 2 long, 1 short. 1, 2 long, and 1 short. There's an alignment groove on the cruise control bracket right here. This one doesn't need an alignment groove because it's got 2 bolts. And that pops in like that. So, yeah. Like that. That's out. And that's in, and now it's captive. Alright, and then this one has just got this right here. So we take that, we put it right there, and we clip it in place like that, and that's on there. And I've read that these fall off sometimes. Your cruise control won't work, so check that if your cruise control doesn't work. Alright, and I'm sure there's something I missed, so let's look around and figure out, oh yeah, the electrical connectors. We need to hook up those two electrical connectors. One right here, and one right here. So this one hooks up right there. Click. This one hooks up right there. Click. Here's the cover, and this goes on. Let's see. That goes on there, and that goes on there. Like that. Let's see. Maybe if I take this, I'll get it to go underneath there. Do I have to take this one off? Alright, so we'll pull that one off, and we'll put it underneath there, like that. But now I need to get this one back on. Okay, so that one's back on the valve cover. The problem is the one I'm putting in right now. The nut and the stud came out all together as one assembly, whereas the other two, just the nuts came off. So now I've got these two nuts that I need to put in. And here's another flight line trick. You get you a piece of paper like that, just big enough to cover the opening of your socket, and you take the nut and you jam the nut through the paper, and now your nut is captive in the socket, so I can bring it down there and it won't come out on me. Alright, that one's tight. That one's tight. And that one's tight. Here I've got something. These two harnesses clip in right there and right there. So that's easy. And I think that's all I forgot. I think everything else is good. When I edit this video and try to make it not terribly long, I'll double check that and see what I took off in the video and make sure I remember putting everything back on. But I think everything's back on, and the engine does run good now. It doesn't have that mist that you can hear easily, so that's great. And there's no check engine light, so that's also good. Alright, how's it running? Good. Good? Yeah. Check engine light on? Yeah. Nope. Hitting on all the cylinders. To recap, my car, 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 neighbor's cars, and 2003 Ford Escape. Not my car, wife's car. Done.